Podcast number 4. Today I have my visitors, Jan de Meijer and Nathaniel. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, great. Today we will talk about our monitoring portal, Solar Supervision. And Jan has prepared some questions since he is really interested in how this all works.
Indeed I am.
And Nathaniel is our main responsible for the United States, so he will also answer some questions. So let's start by our first question.
Right, okay. So Bart, you talked about the Solar Supervision portal in your introduction. What exactly is it and how does it fit into the existing Eniris framework?
Okay, great. Well, Solar Supervision, it's one of our first products. It is meant for being a tool for operations and maintenance companies who have multiple customers, can be residential customers, can be commercial customers. As the tool as a customer portal, but also an O&M working tool.
And O&M is operations and maintenance.
Yeah, operation and maintenance, where they can see which installations fail, where they can access details about their installations on string, on inverter level, on installation level.
Okay, so that partly answers the next question I had in mind, which is which problems or what the reasons exactly were to start developing this portal.
Yeah, so people have a lot of different inverter brands these days. Well, O&M companies have a lot of different brands to cover.
Yeah.
And that's the main difficulty. And all those kind of brands have their own portals, but having one central place to do the operations and maintenance is exactly what you need. And this was there was a void, there was a gap in the market, which we filled in with this product. And to answer your first question, I forgot about it. To answer your first question, this is our first product. Later on, we decided to expand the tool behind Solar Supervision.
Yeah.
So the framework behind Solar Supervision, in order to also do energy monitoring. So besides Eniris Solar Supervision, we have also Eniris EMS for supervising buildings.
What's that exactly?
For
EMS?
Supervising buildings.
Yeah, okay.
The energy flows in buildings. And we also developed hardware, and that's a smart grid controller. In order to, with Solar Supervision, we gather data via API. With the smart grid controller, we're also able to connect to installations, hardware-wise. And now we are able also to connect to older installations, but are also able to control installations. And that's a big difference, since the portal here, what we see over here, is meant primarily for monitoring installations, but we can also access installations and now with the smart grid controller control them.
Okay, right. That makes sense.
Yep.
That makes sense, yeah. So you touched upon the point that you want to streamline the experience for operation companies. Okay. Other portals already exist, proprietary portals. Some examples are Enphase and SolEdge.
Yeah.
So what are some main points of difference between those portals and the Solar Supervision portal of Eniris?
Well, the biggest difference is that ours is overarching,
right?
And what that means is that we are able to grab, we're able to grab data from different inverter portals, and we're able to compile them all into a single portal, which is our portal.
Yeah. So basically, trying to streamline the entire data gathering experience.
Right.
Okay. And when we talk about the sort of customers for Solar Supervision, what would be the ideal end customer of this product?
So the ideal customer would most likely be a maintenance or an installer,
right?
And then they provide maintenance to either residential or commercial customers.
That's a big difference, since there exists Similar tools in the market, although for the residential part, we see some missing features. One thing is pricing.
Right. Okay.
For residential customers, the price makes a lot of sense. Or not at all. Monitoring is for free in their mind, and then of course the prices need to be as well on the lower side, and that's what we can provide with our tool.
Right.
Then there is of course this technical difficulty of monitoring several thousands of installations at once, and that's why we can perfectly match with our tool.
Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So like you say, for residential clients, they might have the idea that this is some free kind of service, but the reports can be very interesting. So the question that I would have is, what kind of reports can we find in this portal?
Yeah, I will navigate to the reporting functionality in our portal, and we have several reports. One of the reports are installation reports. So that's a production report for one single installation. It can be...
And by production you mean electricity production?
Solar production,
right.
Generated solar production, or the consumption that is available on this location. We can automate this. We can say, let's say, on a yearly base, monthly base, quarterly base, send out reports about this installation. I will just click on one of the reports, and as you can see over here with a table of content, technical data, performance tables, energy charts, etc., we are able to fully monitor the installations and report on this. There is also this gear on top of it where we can hide or show several details of this report. Besides that, we are also able to generate overview reports, so that's more multi-site reports. And the last report would be an alert report. So to give you an idea about the alert report, why it exists, I can click on it as well. In this alert report, we show you the problematic installations on a daily basis. The report is typically generated every day at 11 o'clock when most of the inverters should be online. And by our criteria, we generate this overview. The second part of this report is our errors, faults that were generated by the manufacturer. The thing is, if you compare these tables, the manufacturer is generating much more errors and faults than we.
So the manufacturer, the faults that are generated by the manufacturer are also gathered in this report?
Are also gathered, but the thing is, it's quite a lot. and we think we can summarize this more in a better way by our criteria than rather just sending out alerts for every issue that the manufacturer is identifying.
Right. Okay.
So it's more, it's better for your peace of mind to look at our criteria rather than just look at the manufacturer, their alerts, although you need some log where you can visit those alerts.
So it's still possible to see every alert?
Yeah, exactly.
If you want?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So then what I would want to ask is, who do you think would benefit the most from this kind of reporting?
Yeah, maybe you can take it.
Well, the people who would benefit most from this would be the installers or the maintenance people, because they can be able to see like what reports are being generated, or they can send out those reports to their customers if they choose to. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah. So so it's basically meant for the intermediary maintenance companies primarily. Okay, yeah,
exactly.
Of course. Yeah. So a lot of customers these days want to integrate software into an existing framework and branding framework. Is that possible with the portal?
Yes, it is. So when you go to the... Well, can you...
No, go ahead.
No. All right. So we provide an option that's called white labeling.
Yeah.
And what that means is a company is able to insert their own company's logo into the portal, so that way whenever they interact with their customers, it'll be their logo that they see.
Right. So it can fit into the global branding package of the company.
True.
Okay,
yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, that's nice. I think to streamline, I think a lot of companies want to streamline their reports so it has a visual appeal of some kind.
Yeah, exactly. It's probably one of our most popular features.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah. That's very nice. So maybe to go to a more technical aspect, we talked about the alerts. How general can I view this? Like, what kind of alerts are possibly generated by this report?
Well, the alerts, I will navigate to it as well. So we have some templates which we can use. So we can generate an alert, for example, for the low production of an installation. We can enter some thresholds, and if they are violated, then you get a notification.
And a threshold sounds very general to me. Could you maybe give some concrete examples on this? To give an example, for a string, on string level of an installation, if 500 watt is not reached, at 11 o'clock, then you will get a notification for the string. And how are these alerts set? Can they be set by the customer?
The customer would be then the operations and maintenance company. Yeah. They are able to generate these setups.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay.
So here you have the templates, and here you can do the configurations.
Okay. Yeah.
But as mentioned before, you can set up these alerts or the alert configurations. But I would rather recommend you to use reports in order to be alerted on a daily basis. Identified by our own criteria what is wrong with your installations, rather than just sending out alerts for every problem that occurs.
Yeah, but I can imagine that if a customer has any questions about this, they can contact an engineer or the team to guide them through this process.
Of course, we do on a daily basis. We are having meetings with customers all over the world in order to set up this portal as good as possible.
Right. So let's say that we have such an operations and maintenance company. Can they use this portal to somehow create tickets, to create tasks for their employees, that they can organize the work to be done on this installation? Yeah,
so this product it has the ability to create tickets for every alert that is occurring, and you can assign these alerts as well to team members of yours.
Okay. Yeah.
And there's also a calendar functionality as well to schedule maintenance and to check to who is this maintenance task assigned. So this is all covered. Although it is also to say that if our customers are having their own ticketing system, we are able to integrate as well.
Okay, yeah. So there's a general way to integrate existing solution.
Well, it's more tailor-made.
Well, okay, that's fine.
But there's a general approach for ticketing that's standardized in our product. But there is this way of also doing tailor-made on their own solution.
Right. Okay, so I think in this way you can satisfy a lot of different kinds of customers.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. So let's say we have a lot of these alerts. So these are received by the operations and maintenance company. But I can imagine that if they report to a customer of theirs, that maybe they also want to streamline what kind of alerts are shown, or that they maybe don't want to show all alerts. Is it possible to hide some of these, or how does it work?
Yes, definitely. So we allow the function for our maintenance or the maintenance to be able to alter the content of each report, and then they can present that report to their customers.
Right.
But also over here. So here you can see we make a difference between owner and visitor every time. And if you select this gear, you are able to hide or show information.
Yeah. So in this example, who is the owner and who is the visitor?
Yeah. The owner would be then the operations and maintenance company,
right?
And the visitor are their end customers.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's good to know. So, is it maybe possible to show an entire demo of this process?
Yeah, of course. So, like as you can see over here on installation level, inverter level, string level, we show you what are the problematic installations and what is.
So when you say, Bart, can you show the previous screen again?
Yeah.
So what exactly is a string level? What is that?
That's like the lowest layer. That's that's like the end item in your installation.
Right.
It's the lowest level of detail. Inverter level is then one level above, and then installation level, of course.
Okay.
Is the highest level.
Okay.
So on the lowest level, we can see problems with our installations. Here you can see problems identified by our own criteria. So it would be, for example, the performance ratio.
Okay.
So the performance ratio is the theoretical production versus the actual production.
Right. Yeah.
And for the performance ratio, we mainly look at weather data. It could be a pyranometer, it could be as well a weather station nearby. If I click on this installation, I can see, for example, with the blue line, the weather station data, and the green line would be then the actual production.
And when you say the blue line is the weather station data, you mean this is a theoretical?
It has to follow.
Right.
Of course, there can be a difference, and certainly with meteo data, weather data, it happens that you have to look over time at a certain installation, like more on a monthly or yearly base, in order to check how well is my installation performing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, those are really cool reports that you can make.
So, and just to show you on which level we can show detail, so I will click on an installation, I go to overview. Here I can see in the green line the actual production of my installation.
Yeah.
I can show you the energy bar charts, the performance ratio, the uptime charts. I can navigate them to inverter level. So this is a large installation with a lot of inverters. I can see over here the normalized energy line charts, in a heat map, the actual production. Yeah, of course you can see here are 2 outages with 2 inverters. I can show you the isolation resistance line chart. If I click on one of the inverters, I can even navigate down to the string level, but here there is a problem, as you can see over here with the string. I will show you just the details of a working string. And if I click on the string, I have information about the current and the voltage on the string. So it's pretty detailed.
Yeah, it seems very detailed. Yeah. So a lot of this information could potentially be used to optimize the entire installation.
And benchmark. You can, for example, compare multiple strings to each other. You can benchmark multiple installations to each other. That's all possible.
Okay.
Well, of course, then there is this integration also possible with battery systems or charging stations. So it can be your central portal for all your energy techniques. And that's the great thing about this portal. If you do some curtailment on your installations.
What does that mean?
So if you reduce the power output of your solar installation.
Right.
There is this problem of calculating the performance ratio. So how well is my installation performing? We take curtailment into account in the calculation of your performance ratio.
Okay.
That sounds as an easy thing, although it has to say that this is one of our key features of the portal.
Right.
There's a lot of competitors are failing on this topic. The thing is, with this market controller, we do curtailment. And that's also the reason why we are pretty good in integrating this curtailment signal and taking this signal into account in calculating the performance ratio.
Right. So that's one way where the smart grid controller and the portal really work together to generate the best possible optimization reports.
Thing is, there's also this remote feature in the portal, and with this remote feature, we are also able to log in into our systems, smart grid controllers, remotely, and change some configurations. So
the smart grid controller and the solar supervision portal are part of the Eniris framework, as we have already said. So are they complementary to each other? How does it?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
That's what they were designed to be.
Right. It was part of the initial idea, basically.
Okay, great. If there are no further questions for now, then
I think we've covered a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you
very much as well for these questions, and I hope our listeners are informed about our product.
And if they're not, they can always contact me.
That's true. Okay, have a great day, everyone, and stay
enjoy
tuned.
your day.
Bye.
Bye.